Just so you know, I'm going to start doing YouTube videos like everybody else is because I've been told a whole lot of times that that's probably a good outlet for me because I like to talk. But anyway, so I thought I would start right now with the thought I just had while I was having a lovely filet mignon dinner all by myself. Anyway, glass of wine. I don't know if you know anything about sidereal astrology, but in that they talk about the dasha that you're in, which is basically just an Indian Sanskrit way of saying phase of life that you're in. So the phase, I mean, wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want to know what phase of life you're in right now? And sometimes they last like 18 years. Sometimes they last like 7 years, like this one I got coming up. I've been in what's called my Mercury Dasha for quite a few years now, which Mercury is all about communication. Well, that stands to reason because I'm very communication oriented. I love to talk. I love to hear. I love to listen to other people. I love stories. I'm all about that. Uh, so, so anyway, I got curious, which I am also very good at. I'm very curious. So I'm looking up the K2, I'm looking up the Dasha, the phase of life I'm in. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm new, man. I'm learning about YouTube's. So anyway, where was I? Everybody wants to know their phase of life. What phase of life are you in? I mean, you're whatever you say, you're likely gonna just be guessing about what that is. Well, like I'm a mom and I have a 3-year-old, and like you don't know what that means. Like you know what's going on in your life, but you have no idea how the planets in your world in the sky are actually influencing what's happening in your life. It's crazy, man. What I've learned about Vedic astrology, which uses the sidereal system, is it is so predictive. Okay, what I ended up doing, because I'm learning about astrology and I'm testing the different systems. So there's tropical Western, which everybody knows about. There's also Vedic sidereal. So the Vedic system is like thousands of years old. And they use the sidereal system, which is basically exactly where all the planets are in the sky right now. And each planet has a flavor, an energy, an influence. So wherever they're configured up there, they're affecting your life right here and now. So anyway, phases of life. So I am moving out of my Mercury Dasha, Mercury phase, which is about communication, and then it also has, as it goes along, it has all sorts of different, intricacies of that, I guess you'd say, for the layman. And like if you actually know sidereal astrology, you're gonna think I'm an idiot, probably. Anyway, so I am looking ahead, and I believe next year. So we're in spring of 2025 right now, and I believe that it's next year, next summer, that I move into my Ketu Dasha. So K2 is Ketu, and it has to do with it's a south node in your chart. Anyway, it has to do with loss. So from everything I've gathered, like just in the past 24 hours, watching some YouTube videos, going on Grok, the AI, and asking those kind of questions, whatever. I've got like packets of information here. I'm going to go through here shortly with a highlighter. But I'm looking toward a phase coming up which I'm probably already feeling the effects of it, and I think I am, of kind of what it sounds like is you get stripped down, man. Like you're everything that you've ever been or wanted or liked or hated or did in your life goes away. And in whatever way, like it might be like mine's in my sixth house, so it could be that I experience some kind of a health crisis that shifts my whole reality. Some people might lose all the money that they've ever had. Some people might like just end up like a recluse and losing all their relationships. So just depends on what house your K2's in as to how it's going to affect you. But K2 is about, it's kind of like the universe is saying, okay, you know what? Enough of that. You've lived your whole life, or you've lived up to this point with thinking you're a certain thing and doing a certain, living a certain way or whatever. But from here on out, no, taking it. Sorry. But the universe will always give you back more than you've given, more than it's required of you, I guess. And sometimes people lose a lot. I know people that have lost children. I know people that have lost homes to fires. I know people that have lost their entire health. I know people that have lost their life. So, but the thing is, the bottom line, I believe, is that it's all for the best. It's all for the betterment of our lives. It's all for us to grow and expand and evolve. I'm a big believer on, about personal evolution. I even got a certification one time as a life coach. It was like a whole year-long intensive, and I came out with a certification as a life coach. But anyway, I don't know what I was talking about that for. So anyway, now you've probably heard of the dark night of the soul, which is a period of time in your life where just everything sucks. It's all bewildering. You have no idea what's going on. It's emotionally grueling, and it's no fun. Like, it's absolutely no fun. First, mostly because you don't get it. You don't really understand what's happening to you. And I've experienced various ways of going through that dark night of the soul. I've watched other people go through it. And it could be anything for anybody. So, this whole K2 phase thing, it almost sounds like a dull night of the soul, because it's just everything, you're kind of stripped down. You're stripped down. And then the cool thing about it, in the last 7 years, the cool thing about it is that on the heels of the Ketu Dasha is the Venus Dasha. And that's about love and beauty and all sorts of wonderful things. And so you kind of it's kind of like going through the fire and coming out with a treasure, or going through all the pressure and fire that it takes to create a diamond out of a lump of coal. That's what it seems like. And it's I would think very alchemical. It's a very alchemical process. And so since I've got a year to contemplate what this could mean for me, I'll go into it with my head up and my eyes open. I mean, I am the kind of person that likes to suck all the juice out of reality, and learn and grow and evolve and struggle and suffer and, all the things. I don't really like the suffering part, but I also know that it brings amazing rewards. So anyway, I'm going on almost 10 minutes now, so I probably better shut up. But this is my first video. I'm going to post it and see what happens. And I'll see you on the flip side. All right, bye.